Good everyone, so now's the first real downpour that we've had, so it's a good time to get out and check your drainage and everything else, make sure it's all draining away correctly and it's not chocked up or roots going through it or whatever else. Like I say, it's good because it's filled up all the ponds. We'll check that out now. So here's the main catchment area which runs through that pipe underneath the drive. When this wasn't here, it used to just wash all the stones off the drive, so I created this just to get it so that it would catch all that water. And then that puts it into the second catchment area, which I'll show you now. So it exits the culvert here and then it trickles down here into the main catchment area at the top of the farm. So we got that pipe which comes in from the top right behind that tree, and then it runs down here. We keep all these bracken and ferns, we love all that. And then we've got this little cut through here which the dogs use when they're racing me when I'm driving around in the ute. So they like to beat me to wherever I'm going, so that's where they fly through. Then it trickles down here to the top pond, and the top pond's looking fairly full. We've got a little bit more to go yet. At the rear end of that pond is another culvert which goes through and takes that overflow into the middle pond. So go and have a look at that, eh? So here's the other end of the pond, and the roar you can hear is the waterfall that we're slowly building so that we don't erode with fast moving water. We can break it up a little bit. There's the culvert which takes the overflow from this top pond through that culvert into the middle pond. And here we have where that water exits that pipe. It comes out quite fast, as you can see, and if you don't slow that up it just erodes through the bank as it's already started. So what I've done is I've filled that up with concrete, and I will create a nice waterfall there, and we'll make it all nice and pretty with some stones and set them in place. But essentially it's just to slow that water flow out so it doesn't erode the bank. So this is the area I was trimming the trees in a previous video, and as we work our way around here you can see the pond's pretty full. Right down that far end there is where that waterfall is, so the water comes in at that point, and then there's a culvert that takes it down to the bottom pond, but when it fills up like this, there's obviously this overflow which we've got something planned for that which I'll share in a later video, but it will make a real nice finish to that overflow area that also streams down and takes it down to the bottom pond down there. And here we have the bottom pond, so all the culverts look like they're running freely, there's no blockages, which is good. What I'll do is I'll show you how I go about clearing them when there are blockages in another video, but for the time being all looks good. And here's the tail end of the overflow that comes from the middle pond to the bottom pond. I won't bore you too much going into the rest of the farm, but it gives you a brief introduction into some of the farm and the culverts, and checking them and making sure that the flows are all going well. So thanks very much everyone.